can't think of a reason as a competitor to stay on mouse and keyboard. For casual play, mouse and keyboard is fine, but to compete, I don't know, man. I think roll is just better in every way if you're capable of playing it. Probably gonna hang up the keys and swap in this next 2 months after off season we've got.
Yeah, I read that. I don't know, maybe not faded, but I think competitively M&K is a better input.
Dude, you know what? I get why you said that, Hot Shake, but you just said before that nobody wants to contest you guys because you got a roller player.
I think you should have a controller player, at least one. But I'm not a fan of triple controller teams.
No, agreed. I think the optimal setup is one mouse and keyboard that just fucking, you know, micromanages the other people there, and then two controllers.
I think one input just being far superior in one area, granted it's an important area, doesn't make it like better. There's still so many, like you need an M&K player that's versatile, that can, because there's a lot of characters that like ability placement matters so much, and nade placement matters so much, and all that shit's coming from this fucking controller.
No. I actually disagree with what you said too, Mandy. I actually think the optimal setup, okay, not the optimal setup is 2 M&K, 1 controller, but the most overpowered setup right now is 2 controller, 1 M&K.
Yeah, that's what I said.
If the controller player is the IGL.
Oh,
so like I think TSM right now has it like, at least input meta-wise, I think they have it like down. Because how is good on controller and can IGL. I think if you have a controller player that can like IGL at the highest level, it's literally like, it's actually like cheating. You'll win every fight, and yeah. I
think the meta is also a little bit more catered towards controllers right now.
Oh, it is definitely. I agree. Weapon-wise, 100%.
Yeah, I think like if it was more like a shotgun viability too, I think it would be more 50-50. But, and I'm not saying like controller is fucking OP because I can't play controller for shit, dude. But I just think like it's rough, dude. You know. It's hard to win 1 controllers that are very good at the game.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is. I mean, that's just the advantage controller has.
Yeah, I get fucking smoked by you guys every single time.
Well, I wouldn't say every single time.
Almost.
In game, you're definitely like one of the best M&K players.
But what do you guys have to say fucking for like mouse and keyboard players to switch? Why would they switch if mouse and keyboard is more dominant and competitive? Or do you think mouse and keyboard players just coping and just like...
Alright, this could be like, I don't know, maybe this isn't necessarily directed towards Mac, but I think a lot of the M&K players that want to swap to controller, I think they have far more problems than their input with their team. They just think it's, like a lot of people boil what, like when they fuck up or like they lose, they boil it down to like, oh, well, I just didn't hit my shots in that fight, which is 9 times out of 10, not the reason why you lost the fight. Nobody, like, that's one thing is awful about, like, NA is, like, a good region, obviously, but the one thing about NA is most people do not know, have any idea how to actually, like, problem solve within their team and figure out, like, why. Most of the reasons you lose in Apex, in comp, is because of some decisions you're making in zones 1 to 3, and not because of the way you executed a fight.
Oh, I agree. But I also think the extra firepower, yeah, but I also think, like, the extra firepower feels nice for your confidence.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. The benefit is like if you have more firepower, you can just like shoot your way out of dumb shit sometimes. And I only think it's worth it for M&K players to switch controller if they're gonna IGL still, if they're good at it already.
I don't know.
Other than that, like, cause like realistically, there's no M&K player that's gonna swap the controller and be a fragger. You just grab a controller player that has like literally 10 years of experience and is already really good.